roadway improvements are often limited by local city budgets and targeted toward areas with more urgent needs. However, there is a way to improve roads and develop currently empty lots into homes at little to no cost for cities. Introducing the most powerful tool cities can use to improve their roads and increase safety with long-lasting improvements. Before that though, let's start out small and come at a specific roadway with our limited budget in mind. Where do we start? A road where taking a turn too fast could lead to disaster, and already has. This roadway, Wiley Canyon Road, runs parallel to the 5 freeway to the west and acts as a collector of traffic heading south from Santa Clarita down into Los Angeles. Let's break down the problems at a specific location along this road. This curve on Wiley Canyon Road has had 8 crashes in the past 9 years, with incidents split between the curve itself and the intersection with Keener-Well Street. These crashes include multiple head-on collisions and even one car overturning. The main culprit along this curve: speed, leading drivers to take the curve too fast and drifting into oncoming lanes or losing control entirely. 2 of these crashes were even caused by drunk drivers late at night, where high speeds and slow reaction times compounded the danger. It's hard to fully grasp the seriousness of these crashes from just numbers, but when you look at past crashes, it turns real. The fact that no fatalities have occurred at this location is based off pure luck rather than any road safety. What will be the best way to go about fixing this section of road? Let's start out small and on the cost-effective end. Starting out with striping would be the best place to begin with trying to fix most roadway issues, but this has already been done here, with changes in striping being done in the recent past to create more separation between drivers along the curve. Signage would be nets but with arrows indicating the curve, along with an advisory speed limit sign already in place. The only next step would be to add a radar speed display sign to encourage drivers to decrease their speed. Beyond these steps are more physical roadway changes, with focusing on getting drivers to notice the curve in the road and reduce their speed, especially at night. This can be done simply by adding increased lighting at this curve or by adding a guardrail along the outer edge of the curve, with reflectors that help to guide drivers and prevent run-off road crashes. More toward the intersection, the type of crashes shift to broadside collisions along with the case of a sideswipe of a biker. The main issue of this location is the right-of-way confusion stemming from the blind corner of the curve, leading to cars turning left out of Keener-Well Street purely off of guesswork on when the roadway is clear. The best way to deal with this using solely signage and striping would be to make this intersection an all-way stop that would force drivers on Wiley to come to a stop no matter the traffic conditions and reduce the stress on drivers coming out of Keener-Well. The problem with this solution though is that the higher traffic volume is along Wiley Canyon, so a safer option and a more volume-orientated fix would be to prevent the turning of left altogether by adding a median along Wiley. This would allow cars to turn left onto Keener-Well Street from Wiley, but also prevent that dangerous left-hand turn. This median could also continue into the curve itself and act as a further separation beyond just striping for cars taking the curve too fast. But again, this solution comes with its own drawback of upsetting local homeowners by preventing that left turn, forcing them to exit at one of the other 2 closest exits if they want to travel to the 5 freeway. The best solution always comes down to be the most expensive, with a roundabout being placed at this intersection fixing all the issues. It forces drivers to slow down for the curve with less chance of crossing the striping. It changes that dangerous left turn to be using just the roundabout without removing a direction of travel. And even in the case of DUIs, the first thing that drunk drivers would strike would be the roundabout itself instead of another driver. How does the city get the money for this roundabout though? The answer is simple: shift the cost to developers. This is where that win-win solution comes into play, with companies looking to develop the local area. The city controls the approval of large real estate projects such as Linked Senior Development's planned village at Wiley Canyon in the currently empty lot. Their project is prevented from being limited to the planned 1 to 4 story, 277,108 square foot senior living facility, 379 multifamily units, and 8,914 square feet of ground floor commercial space. They need to include improvements to the surrounding public area. Introducing the roadway improvements this road has been demanding. No roadway improvements have begun construction as the meeting for getting approval took place just last year in March along with the submission of their plans. Their roadway plans expand more than just that specific curve, starting all the way north near the intersection of Webuska Street and Wiley Canyon Road, with a possible extension further north to Lyons Avenue, and all the way south to Caldgrove Boulevard and onto Caldgrove itself. These plans include 3 different types of bike lanes, starting with a Class 1 bike path, which is completely separated from the roadway, and the pedestrian sidewalk that begins near the entrance of the facility itself. A Class 2 bike lane, or the standard bike lane on a road, will be placed on Caldgrove, leading all the way under the 5 freeway into the old road, as well as on the north portion, potentially going all the way north to Lyons Avenue. Along with the bike lane, plans indicate pedestrian infrastructure improvements with the addition of a sidewalk where none stands currently. The discussed roundabout being the most expensive solution is included at the intersection of Wiley and Canerwell Street as well for an additional benefit. That's not all though, with that roundabout being one of just 3 new roundabouts along Wiley Canyon Road, with the other 2 being at the intersection of Wiley and Caldgrove Boulevard, as well as the entrance of the facility itself. Not only does this project fit that target location of the curve, but also targets other lower crash locations along Wiley Canyon Road. That intersection of Caldgrove and Wiley has had 8 crashes stemming from right-of-way issues, leading to head-on and broadside collisions being some of the most dangerous types of crashes. The same thought route could be taken with signage or even a signal, but with the change to a roundabout, this danger is removed entirely in the same way as before. Closer to the entrance of the facility, there were hit object and broadside crashes, but with the addition of more lighting along the roadway, as well as the not previously mentioned improvement of a median along Wiley Canyon, another possible fix mentioned for that curve, this new addition helps to create more separation for all the curves along the road and provides more visibility for a currently dark roadway. All of the new roadway improvements encourage reduced speed, especially with all the pedestrian-friendly infrastructure with added crosswalks. The not 1, but 3 roundabouts fits current locations of danger, and with the change in the feel of the area going from that of more rural or disconnected from the city to more urban style, it changes the headspace of drivers to be more cautious of their surroundings. All of this accomplished from the city side by just allowing this company to develop this empty lot at a minimal cost to the city.